Hello everyone, today I'd like to show you how to create a gradebook using Google products. So I find Google products to be extremely beneficial, especially with education. They have so many immense resources that are available to you at your fingertips that obviously can enhance your class in seconds. So I definitely recommend looking into some other aspects of Google products outside of what I'm going to show you today. However, what I'm going to show you today is going to involve Google Drive and Google Sheets. And again, we're going to be creating a gradebook using both those programs. So, the first thing you need to do is create a Google account. And again, I recommend doing this. And to follow along with this instruction, you're obviously going to need a Google account. So, that's going to be the first thing you're going to need to do. Once you have created a Google account or have logged into your already created Google account, the first thing we're going to do is access Google Drive. To access Google Drive, you can just open up a web browser, go to google.com, and right in the top corner, you'll see 9 little boxes. And we'll click on that. And as you can see, there'll be a triangle symbol here and drive right under it. That is what we're looking for. We're going to click right on that, and that's going to take us right to our drive. So what we're going to do while we're here is create a new folder, and we're going to share this folder with our students. And this is going to be a way for the instructor to be able to transfer school documents and resources to the student, and for the student also to be able to return their work to you for grading. And then again, you can even return it back to them for feedback. So this is going to be a great beneficial thing for you. So the first thing we're going to do is create a folder while we're here. So as you can see, there's a whole folder section. We're just going to click somewhere outside of it. We're going to right click, and we're going to click on New Folder. It should be the top option for you. So I recommend naming your folder the name of your class. So my course title is COM 305. Afterwards, just hit Create. Great. As you can see, we now have a new folder within the folder section. So we're going to click on this, and this is going to take us to a section where we can upload files for the students. We can also create individual folders for the students, or even a shared folder that we can just upload all of our materials to that students can just grab as they'd like. Again, we're also going to make an individual student folders. That way you can send student work to them, they can send it back to you, things like that. That way, for privacy issues. So you can just set up these individual folders to just be viewable by the student and the instructor themselves. So let me show you how to do that in a second. But the first thing we're going to do is say create a new share folder. So we can just right click again, new folder, and this is going to be our course materials. So this is where we would upload all of our course materials for the students to access. And if you'd like your students to access that, we would also just right-click right on this folder itself, and then hit Share. What we can do is just add the email addresses to our students that you would like to access this folder and this information. You can also click on the Advanced button down here, and this will change some owner settings, give you some owner settings here, is what I should say, and this will let you give access to the people that you're sending the material to, give them access to edit this document. So that's going to be very useful because students are obviously going to be editing a lot of documents, especially ones that you may be providing them. So you need to make sure you're checking on that stuff as well. Also, you can change your privacy if you'd like. You can make it public, whatever you want to do there. Afterwards, you change your settings. We're just going to click on Done. And again, you can just do the same thing for each individual student. So if you want to create one for student 1, so what you can do is create a share folder for your student, and they can upload their finished work to you, and then you can review it, grade it obviously, and then send it back to them for feedback so they can analyze and evaluate their own work and see where they may be going wrong or things they may be doing really well in. So that's going to be very useful as well, and it'd be the same process. You would just right click on that, you just share it, but you would only share this information with the individual student themselves. After you've changed that, and again the advanced settings, we're going to click on Done. Okay, so now that you say you've finished all this and you have your whole Google folder, your COM 305 folder within your drive, I should say finished, then the next thing we're going to do is access Google Sheets. So straight from here you can do that. We're going to go right to the same symbol at the top right. It's going to be the 9 little blocks. This one looks like circles this time. We're going to click on that, and this time we're going to click on Sheets. Okay, as you can see, this is open up sheets, and there's some templates for us. And what do you know? We already have a gradebook template. So that is what we're going to select because this thing is already set up and fantastic. Let me show you all the benefits of using the actual gradebook template. So within the gradebook template, obviously you can just change things accordingly. You can make it a gradebook for your class. You can change all the text on it. But this thing's going to come with a preset up grading system, a grading distribution, which is going to reflect on any changes you make, and the same thing with your average scores. So you can obviously change all this if you'd like to, make it custom to your own class. But this is going to be some great things here that I find very beneficial within your gradebook. Down the bottom here, you can see that there's two other tabs. So there's one for grades. We'll click on that. And from here, you can see that there are assignments. You can add assignments here. You can add point totals, and you can also add students. So the first thing I'm going to do is add another student. Say another student joined this class. So let's name them student 4. Okay. So student 4 has 0% in this class so far because we have no grades for them. So let's start inserting some of those grades. So this thing's worth at 10 points. Let's say they did 9 points on that one. Let's say they did really well, 22 on here, and this one's out of 50. Let's say they did 45. Okay, as you can see, they now have a new grade point average, or new grade, I should say letter grade, of an A-, and obviously their percentage is going to change as well to an 89% within the course. So as you can see, the student is now doing very well within the class. So let's say if we add another assignment, say we added another test. So let's go up here, we add another test. Let's actually name this one test 2. Let's change it up a little bit. And this one is worth 25 points. Okay, so we're going to add some point totals for these students here. So student 1 received a 22. Student 2 received a 15. Student 3 got a 23. And then student 4 got a even 20. Okay, as you can see, they now have new letter grades, new grading percentages, and it's just going to keep reflecting every time you add a new assignment, test, and obviously points to the class. So as you can see within the overview section, this is also going to reflect here on these charts, on your grade distribution and your average scores chart. So this thing is going to keep up with whatever grade points you're adding within your gradebook here. So again, very beneficial. Also down at the bottom here, in the last tab, we have an individual report. We're going to click on that. And this is great if you just want to analyze a single student within the class. Or if you maybe say you want to compare two different students later on, this will show you everything you need to know about each individual student. So as you can see, you'll see their name up here, student 1, and right along here you also see a little arrow. If we click on that, we can just interchange between the students here. So say we want to look at student 4, and we get to see their chart here. And obviously student 4 is doing really well. They have a B+. So this is going to reflect how well the student is doing. So that's also going to be a very beneficial tool and chart to utilize within your course. Okay, so that is pretty much it for the gradebook. After you get everything set up, again, you're just going to add your students accordingly, add any assignments that you're going to do within the course, and then obviously just put in the point totals, and then everything is going to reflect here within the gradebook itself. So also you would use Google Drive to transfer back documents between students and instructor for grading and feedback purposes. So again, these two programs, Google Drive and Google Sheets, are extremely beneficial when using gradebooks and within your course. So that is it for my video. Thank you very much for watching.